Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Quivz here. Quivz does stuff. Starting a brand new Let's Play series that probably will go a bit longer than the Astroneer one. We'll see, I guess, I don't know. Valheim. I've done one video on this previously on the channel in which I pointed out that it was a really good game that a lot of people were probably overlooking. Turns out I was really wrong about that. People were not overlooking Valheim at all. I've seen lots of other people playing it. I've seen it turn up on especially tech YouTubers, YouTubers that do tech. A lot of them will mention it occasionally. It'll have a cameo in an episode, so to speak. So people did not sleep on Valheim. People actually did know that it was a really good game. I didn't, but I also didn't give it a lot of time. I played it for about, I don't know, maybe 10-ish hours, which isn't really long enough to get very far. I also don't play with friends. I play solo, so that makes things a little bit harder. But we are going to play Valheim now, because I think it's time I gave it the attention it really deserves and really got deeper into the game. So let's begin. New character. Let's see if I can make this look a little bit like me. I'm probably pretty close to the neutral, maybe a little bit less. Long hair, that's already pretty close to my hair, actually. So's that. Maybe... oh no, it's a ponytail. I don't have a ponytail. Well, except when I'm working. And sideswipe's not going to do it. So, kind of that. Or the first one. Oh no, but that's braided. My hair's not braided. So that's me. My hair is black. Can I get black hair? Yes. And a beard, because I miss my beard. I had to shave my beard for work. That's actually pretty close to what I had. It says braided, but I suppose there's one little braid in the front. Yeah, that's too long. Mine didn't really look like that. Oh, short two's pretty close. Yeah, that's me. Well, what I used to look like. I miss my beard. I had to shave my beard for work. It was very annoying. Alright, let's call it Let's Play, so I don't forget which world this one is. And what about... no. What about QDS? Let's see if that's a good seed. You never know. Could be a good one, could be a bad one. I have noticed in the previous attempts at playing this game that the seed, you can get a really bad start or an average start or a really good start. So hopefully I don't get a seed that's really hard to play, because then, yeah, that'll just be annoying. But fingers crossed, you never know. It could all work out for the best. Yeah, so I'm not going to be tutorializing too much. The game somewhat tutorializes you, but I pretty much ignore the little bird that tells you what to do. Or, well, I don't. I do talk to him as you're supposed to. I just sort of do it really quickly because I kind of know what he's going to say. Maybe at some later points in the game that I haven't actually been to before, I might spend more time listening to what he says. But yeah, there's this bit that you can't skip. It's a cool concept. I haven't actually looked up if this is real Norse lore, Norse mythology. I think it is. It smacks of being real. Or of being what they believed. Or believe, I suppose. I've got to stop putting my hand in front of my mouth when I'm talking on these things. I was scratching my nose. Got an itchy nose. And I really like this Valkyrie design. If this is the Valkyrie, that is really cool. Instead of being, you know, a woman on a winged horse or any of the other, let's say, operatic versions where, you know, the big spiked helmet, which is a total lie, by the way. Vikings never used helmets with spikes. That's a very modern invention and was invented specifically for opera. This thing just looks like a raven, but instead of having a raven's head, it's got a human's head with a raven mask on. And I don't know, almost... It's just a cool design. I think it's a really, really cool looking design. It looks awesome. Alright, kablam. Hail warrior. And so here's this bird that I was talking about. Hugin. So I don't really bother with Hugin. I sort of give him a look and then move on. Thanks, Hugin. Right. Now the first thing is there will always be a couple of basic resources at the sacrificial stones where you land. Namely some stones, some branches, and some food. Here we go. There's always a couple of mushrooms here behind this one. And the next one will have a couple of raspberries. And then Hugin will want to talk to me about food. That weird noise you hear in the background is deer. That's the noise that they make. There are many species of deer in the world, and if you've ever heard some of their calls, it's amazing the range of weird-ass noises they actually make in real life. Right, now let's find somewhere good to settle down. Let's see what's been revealed on the map. Anywhere good? See, now that doesn't look too bad already. Or is that all marshy? I'm not sure if that's marsh or flatlands. That actually looks like marsh, doesn't it? Yes. So no, that's not actually good. Let's try due north. Hey, there's a branch. I was looking for that. So we'll try just going straight upwards from here and see where we end up. And we'll try and grab some more stones and branches on the way to get together the basics that I need for an axe. I don't bother with the club. Like, you can totally make a club and use that as your first weapon, but the axe actually is pretty good as a first weapon, and if the axe breaks, rather than make another one and have, you know, scattered things that I've thrown down all over the world, because your first tool like breaks before you finish, you get a crafting table, not 9 times out of 10 I would say. Then I just punch things until I can actually repair it, rather than making a new one and throwing the old one down. And I'm going to take this boar on with fists, because they're weak enough. And I could use the leather. And the meat. It didn't look like I got any meat there. Okay, that is a nice big open plain coming up ahead. That's what I'm looking for. I have not eaten anything yet, but that's okay. We'll do that in a second. Some more raspberries. Is that a grayling? Yes, it is. We'll go and thump this grayling in the face. Pwah, pwah, pwah. Yeah, relatively simple mechanics in this game, but then as you get a bit further into it, the combat actually becomes a bit more involved. It's very, I would say, Monster Hunter World or even Souls-like combat. Demon Souls, which I've never played. Those of you familiar with my channel will know I've never actually played it. I've just seen everyone else play it. I get the idea. I was a Tenchu fan, not a Demon Souls fan, so when it comes to From Software games, I like Tenchu and I like Armored Core. Didn't really get into Demon Souls. Or Dark Souls, sorry, Dark Souls. Demon Souls is the first one, and then Dark Souls came after that, and Dark Souls is the one that got 1, 2, and 3, and 1 is supposedly the best, and 2 and 3 are good. Or 2's good and 3's alright, or something. I can't remember. Alright. This existing hut is going to help me, because that's where I'm going to start building. So I'm not even going to do the stone axe just yet. I'm going to go straight to the hammer. Ah, and there's enough for a stone axe as well, so we'll have both. Take this off because I hardly use it. Put this up this end. That should stay in 3 because 1 and 2 will be a weapon and a shield later. Now Hugin will say something. I don't know what he's on about. I'm not even going to read it. Oh, and a beehive. Cool, which means I'll get some free bees. What is he doing now? What do you want? He's just talking about building stuff. Alright. This is flat-ish. Sort of where I want it. I sort of want to start over here on this hive spot. Maybe. Now the reason why I'm going to build near this is it will actually provide me with materials. I'll get lots of wood out of this building. And you don't have to knock the building down with your fists or with your hammer or with your axe. You can actually craft... Oops. Dagnabbit. No! Behave. Ah, I don't have enough wood yet. Alright. So I do actually need enough wood for that. If you put a basic crafting bench within range of an old, dilapidated existing structure like that one, you can actually take it apart using the build menu as opposed to hitting it with an axe, so you don't waste any resources. If I have enough now, maybe I can demonstrate. 8. Yes, now I do. Alright. So, we're going to be building around here somewhere, so I find a spot where this will go down. Yeah, that'll do. And then select anything else so it's a bit easier to see what's going on. And I can just use my middle mouse button to demolish this building, which is quicker than trying to smack it down with a... with an axe or whatever. And I get all these wood resources, and I'll get a bee for this as well, because... well, that's got nothing to stand on, and I don't have to get too close, so... and then I can pick up all this wood. Cool, right? Yeah, so there's that. That's a useful thing to know and to remember that you can do that. I might actually use this flat spot, why not? So I'm going to start my house there. So there is a small amount of wastage in the way I build, and I always build pretty much the exact same house every time. Is that even touching the ground? I hope it counts. Yep, still fine. Alright. I'm going to go about 4 wide, and now the bench is going to be in the way, isn't it? No, can just fit in. Good, good, good. And then I need another support there, and one in the middle isn't always nice as well. Is that the middle? Yes, okay. It'll do anyway. And then I'm going to need at least one more here so that I can place the workbench under cover. So that is going to be your first big goal, is to get a workbench that is actually undercover. And to do that, I don't know whether I need this one, but I'm going to place it anyway. I will do this. So I will start by making the beginnings of a roof. Then I can demolish the workbench, make Hugin disappear, and I can put the workbench back. So there is a bit of wastage in wood doing it this way, like I said. But should now, unless I'm mistaken, able to talk to Hugin, and I can repair all my tools, because my workbench is now undercover. And then I can continue my house and never have to waste a tool by making a new one because I didn't have a workbench to repair tools yet, etc., etc. Yes, and then we just continue on and build a reasonable, workable house. Now, there is another thing that I normally do with a house that pretty much requires me to get the walls up before I can bother doing that. And now we are at the point where we can collect wood. I like to grab a lot of the wood that's just laying around in the field first before I start chopping down actual trees. I'll tell you what else I haven't done. I haven't eaten anything yet. So let's grab one of those shrooms and one of those raspberries. stamina than we had before. I'll just chop down a bunch of this wood and then we can go back and build some more. So the next thing you want to do is build a fire pit, which is essentially you can't place a campfire on a wooden floor, but it's nice to have the fire in the house. In fact, I think it's essential to have the fire in the house. But then you also have to be careful that you don't accidentally smoke yourself out, so you've got to have a chimney or a bit of roof that's actually open. Kill any greylings that try to attack you, and there will always be one or two because they're dumb. Scare off all the deer, they will return, they will come back to that same spot. From what I've been able to tell, they always do. So yeah, Valheim. Some of you might be looking at the graphics going, wow, is that some PS2 era stuff or what? And yes, the character models are, but the skybox isn't. Oh well, yeah, skybox might be. I mean, it is just a skybox. It's not the most amazing fidelity skybox you've ever seen, but it's a cool skybox. The actual branches of Yggdrasil, I really like it. I thought it was really cool the first time I looked up and saw it. It's like, wow, that's a great idea. That looks amazing. And it totally does. It looks awesome. Right. One more piece of floor. Wall. We will need a door, so let's put a door in, because, you know, door. There's a weird noise that I don't quite recognize. Sounds like it could be an enemy. Right, so my fire pit is always in this corner. Well, I say always. But yeah, so I kind of need the walls up before I demolish the floor, otherwise the floor's not being supported. Like this piece of floor isn't being supported. Now it is, because the walls are being supported by that pillar, and this wall is attached to that wall, and then this floor is... Anyway. And then I will put my fire here. If I can get it reasonably centered, and then put a cooking spit over it thusly. And do I have any meat? No. Would have thought I would by now, but oh well, apparently not. And then that needs to be covered, roofed, so... What are you doing there? One there. Is there another one there? I don't remember now. No, there wouldn't be, would there? And then one there. And then one of these here. And then somehow I need to get onto the roof. And luckily there's this stone here, which is going to be useful. I mean, you don't have to, but it makes it easier. Now, you would want to just do that, but then you'll smoke yourself out because of the fire pit. So what I actually do is I stick one of these here. And then that goes there. And that will keep the rain out, so the rain won't put your fire out, and the smoke will come out. So you won't accidentally smoke yourself to death in your house, because the game does actually do that. It pays attention to that very simple smoke mechanic. Out of wood, out of wood. Needs more wood. Alright. What the hell is making that noise? I think it's a greyling, but I don't see one. And it sounds close enough that I should be able to just see it. But yeah, despite its lower fidelity character model graphics, everything else graphics-wise is pretty good. Not just character models, admittedly. These aren't the most amazing looking trees in the world either. But they're alright. And the quality of lighting, for example, is really good in this game. It does use... you can use Vulkan to play it. I don't know whether that... I don't really know what that means. I watch a lot of tech stuff. And I don't actually know what the hell Vulkan is. I think it's just a type of rendering engine similar to DirectX, but isn't DirectX, is my guess. I don't actually know. I will hazard no more guesses as to what Vulkan is, but I believe Vulkan is the preferred or the better method of rendering. And I don't know, it's quite pretty. Like the lighting effects, as I've said, is probably the most amazing part of this. Monsters and character models, pretty average. I don't know if they're placeholders. I don't think they are. I think this is actually the look that the game is just going to have. Is he going to come back, or is he just going to keep running? Bye. See what this standing stone says. The Vanilla, the Giants. Oh yeah. I think that might actually be authentic script as well, because I know it does have a sort of just very up-down-ish scratch look to it. The sort of thing one could relatively easily make a decent alphabet on, you know, with a stone on wood or on bark. You could scratch straight lines much easier. If you've ever tried to draw a curve with a stone on tree bark, you'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's a very simple script. Right, I'll need another one of these because this corner of the building needs to be supported. There we go. And more floors. Now I could spend time lining up all these floorboards so that they all flow the same way and so on and so forth. But I don't care, so we won't. I don't even think that one's touching the ground, but oh well. Now I'm going to need at least one more out this way. Otherwise, when I do put a bed in here, it still won't be undercover. And I need the bed to be undercover, because otherwise, what is the point? Furniture, not enough wood. Damn it. Alright. Don't see any more wood lying around here in the fields. Apparently there's something here that I didn't pick up. So now I think I do have to chop down a tree because we're out of loose logs laying around. Now, there's a bunch of handy water around here, so what I will do actually, besides quickly killing a couple of boars, since there appear to be some boars around here. Oh, that's a neck. That's that noise. These little water guys. Right, there will be a lot of flint around here, which will give me an axe upgrade and my first weapon, which will be the flint spear. That's the first weapon that I actually use. Come on. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to need a fair bit of flint. Enough for a flint axe and enough for a spear. I think means I'm going to need 14 or so, maybe more. Yeah, not too worried day one about being cold and stuff like that. It's just, you know, you'll be alright. You won't die if you're careful. So just a weird reflection on the rock? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we've got 9. That'll be enough for the axe, but not enough for an axe and spear. So, like I said, I think it's 14. So I'm going to get at least 14. Probably 15-ish would be just, you know, for safety, get a couple more. I thought I saw one there, but apparently not. Be good if I could find one or two more boar to kill as well. There was one, but he sort of ran off and I've lost him. Another greyling. I'm gonna bring tidings. He'll be telling me about weather effects, and I just don't care. There was another boar over here. Where did he go? I think that's him over there. And I think there's a neck in here somewhere as well. There he is. You are hard to find, my friend. They can be a basic source of food, so it's worth killing them. Boar is both a basic source of food and a basic source of basic leather scraps, which is one of the first sort of things that you'll get and use. Now there's a door that I've actually placed. Oh, I can't jump because I don't have enough stamina. Later on I'll actually put some stairs, but for now I've only got one cookable item. That's really annoying. Alright. 8. Bed. Place that close to the fire. And bed is too exposed still. Damn you. Alright, well, I'll sort it out in a minute. We'll work out what we have to do to get it to be less exposed. Probably build the other half of the roof, which is going to require the walls. I don't really know how much materials I gathered there, but we'll see. Wall and wall. Roof. Roof. Ah, damn you. Alright, more wood. Ah, I should actually repair. While I have the opportunity. And wood-wise, I think we really are up to knocking trees down now. Is this okay? Yeah, it's a beech, not an oak. I thought it was an oak. Oaks are too big and you can't knock them down. Not at this tier of tools. I don't think I've gotten far enough in the game to have a tier of tools where you can knock them down. Oh, I'm hungry as well. I haven't eaten in a while. One of those and one of those. Oh, and I have some meat, so one of those as well. Oh, and I've got some honey. Right, so you'll see in the bottom left, if you eat more things, like a complete meal, so 2 to 3 different kinds of things, your stamina bar size will increase as well as your health bar size will increase. You will slowly gain health over time. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. But yeah, I'll slowly gain health over time, and you can have more health if you've eaten a proper meal. That's how this game's decided it should work. Quite a good system, actually. It's simple, it's easy to understand, and it makes some sense. Enough sense for a survival crafting game. Those boars, that looks like a boar. I'll definitely go and kill them for the meat and their leather. So yeah, my health will constantly increase by small amounts. While you are well fed, because your health bar max is bigger when you are properly fed. Very good, very simple system. It works, it does what it has to do. It makes sense in the context of the game world, etc., etc. Ta-da! Like it was weirdly placed, but oh well. Alright. Now, I have a workable bed. Interesting. Yeah, there's different quotes when you sleep. I haven't really paid attention. I don't know whether they mean anything. I don't know whether they're some form of progression. Like they actually say something different as you progress through the game. I don't think so, but... Alright, first storage, place a chest so I've got somewhere to store excess stuff that I don't need to keep on me at the time. I will build a beehive out of that momentarily, so I might keep that on me. Same as that. Right, flint axe. Flint spear. Let's build the sphere. Sphere? Spear. Yeah, and still have enough for the axe. That's fine. So, here we go. Now I no longer need this axe, so that axe will actually go. And this will be the one tool that I will throw somewhere into the world and try not to walk over there so I don't accidentally pick it up again. Because it's annoying to constantly pick up the damn axe. This looks like a likely spot. Because there's no way to, like, deconstruct stuff to get resources back or anything, so... And this will be my entire house. Like, I won't ever bother filling in this wall, because I don't know what else you need. At some point in the future, I'm probably going to need more things, but... Yeah, I haven't gotten far enough into the game to need more indoor stuff. So I just don't do it. Alright, more wood and flint. More wood. I do want to build the beehive, because the beehive will be good. Now I've got a much better weapon. I don't need these on me anymore. So I do need more flint, and I do need more wood. That is not my axe. What is that? Leather scraps I didn't pick up last time. Cool. Alright, where was the water? Over here. Right, I'm now in the position where I can start easily, well, relatively easily, killing deer. One needs to sneak. And then this spear is pretty good, so it's pretty easy to one-hit a deer. Now if they start moving, stand still. Wait for them to stop and work out where they're looking. Alright, one of them saw me, but the other one didn't, so that's alright. We'll just get the one that didn't see me, so wait for him to stop. Alright, get close-ish. And you want to aim above them. Ah, that wasn't far enough above them, so... Bit disappointing there. You do auto-equip your spear when you run over it, so... It's not going to be hard for me to kill this guy now afterwards. Going to be hungry in a second, so I'm going to eat that. Oh, and I can't eat any more cooked meat, and the mushroom is going to run out. I don't have any more mushrooms. Can I eat the honey? I can't eat the honey. That's an even better meal. The better the ingredients of your complete meal, so 3 things is a complete meal, the better the ingredients of your complete meal, the better your health and stamina bar increase actually is. I can hear a neck around here. I want to kill him because they also give me a kind of meat. And yeah, keep looking for flint stones. There's another one. I need a lot more. Don't know whether I got anything. Oh well. Yeah, with spears sometimes there's this weird thing about height differences, but it's alright. You work around it, it's not the end of the world. 7. I need 10 total, and I need wood, so let's grab some wood. Yeah, so if you're looking for flints, follow the rivers, you'll find them. Oh, again, see, stupid height difference. There are these little grey oblongs, and you find them along rivers and coastlines. Coastlines of lakes, coastlines of... no, actually, coastlines. So long as you're not into the next tier of terrain, which is Black Forest. If you start getting into Black Forest, I might be able to catch up to this deer. No, too slow. If you get into Black Forest, then on the edges of coastline, you won't find flint anymore. You'll start finding tin nodes. And yeah, they can be good because they are one of the next resources. Of course, you have to kill the first world boss called Eikthyr, before you can make use of the tin node, and you also have to delve into a dungeon to get, I forget the name of the other resource that you need, but there's a resource that you need before you can make a furnace, a smelter. Yeah, so some of these abandoned buildings will have little chests in them, and there'll be cool stuff, so always worth checking them out. There's another one. Yeah, so far the combat looks really simple, but I haven't really come up against anything that I really have to fight yet. Everything at the moment I can get away with just stabbing it in the face, and it'll die in one, maybe two hits, and I'll take so little damage that it's hardly worth mentioning. But the game does not always progress like that. A lot of things are much harder than it. Never actually seen the use for coin. You can get coins. I don't know what they're for. Honey doesn't last very long, but it is a very good resource. And you can make beehives, so long as you found one queen bee, which you will get out of every wild nest. So, yeah, when the opportunity arises to destroy a nest, do so. Did I get 2 out of that? Is there one line on the floor down there? Oh no, I got 2. Alright. Yeah, so periodically that will have a honeycomb in it, and I can collect that for free. I tend to have quite a few of them. The more bee nests I find, the more of them I end up having, obviously. You can put extra fuel on your fire, but from what I can tell, it doesn't really do anything. So, I don't know, I could be wrong about that. Some people might put food on their quick bar. You could do that. It works. Not enough wood again. God damn it, I thought I had enough wood. Apparently... Oh, there's a log I missed. Did not gather enough wood. Going to say I can hear necks. Don't see necks. But here they are. All right. So I'm nearly at the point of the game where I'm now just going to be harvesting resources so I can take on Eikthyr. Almost finished all the basic building that I'm going to want to do. You do have to be careful with the rolling logs, they can kill you. If they're moving small amounts, you're normally okay. But if they're moving a lot, they can mess you up. Alright, so what I need is a fair few boar scraps, leather scraps from boars, so that I can make a shield. And a few deer pelts, so I can make some pants and maybe a helmet. Alright, that's a boar. I can hear deer here somewhere. There are deer around here. And the deers will run? Yeah, okay, he ran. So he saw me and ran. Kind of annoying. But there's a boar here somewhere as well, and I'll kill him if I can find him. There he is. So they will sometimes run a little bit and then come back. So they will run away and then return. Whereas the deer just run. Another flint, not that I need it. And now I can hear the deer, which means he's probably back. Now the fog's come up, so he's going to be hard to find. But we heard him, so we'll creep around. See if I can find him. Right, there's some standing stones there. They're good for... Oh, there's the deer. So often around these dolmens, you'll get a few bones. Skeletal remains, yep. Some money. Sometimes there'll be a skeleton, but not all the time. Alright, now sneaking does use a lot of stamina, so sometimes you'll have to actually stop and wait for your stamina to recover before you continue to sneak up on something. Yeah, it's a very simple mechanic. It's not super fleshed out. It does the job that it needs to do for the game. Right, so aim a bit above him. Middle mouse button and easy deer. Right, now we need 6 deer hides. I also need 6 deer trophies. 2 deer trophies to fight Eikthyr, the giant stag god thing. Yeah, see? Gotta get around him so that the terrain isn't screwing you over. And yeah, I need a lot of leather scraps, or I think 4, and some wood and some of the sap to make the small round shield. You can make the big tower shield. I don't know. I don't think it's that good. I've collected a decent amount of meat now as well, so shouldn't be running low on that anytime soon. Could spend some time going looking for some more raspberries, that's for sure. Alright, we got some leather, we got some more coins, got some more of that, got some more of that. Probably got enough of that for the thing that I was talking about now. The hell makes that noise? Oh. I've never heard it make that sound before. That was new. Alright, you don't want your meat to burn. You can make coal or charcoal that way, which can be used in a smelter, but yeah, you don't really want to this early in the game. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about, oh, a wooden shield. Resin, I need the resin. factory repair. Now another good one to have is the bow. Makes hunting a bit easier, but you don't really need that before Eikthyr. You can worry about that afterwards, if at all. It's not really necessary. Or you don't 100% need it. I don't think I've used it much. Actually, I think I used it a fair bit when I go into my first dungeon. Then I might use it a fair bit, but yeah, not so much before then. Right, so I heard deer. I'm going to try and find some deer. So you sort of hear them, you move a bit towards where you think the sound came from, and then wait for the sound again. Which of course means they will now go silent, because whenever you're trying to demonstrate something, of course, things never work. Alright, yeah, I must be close. Pick some of these raspberries. There he is. I'm coming up behind him, so that's perfect. Oh well, from the side anyway. So aim high. Whoops. Have your spear actually selected. Probably could have aimed a little higher than that. Gotta keep sneaking, because there might be another one around here. No, maybe not. Gather some wood while I'm here. I'm gonna need some of it eventually. Ah, there he is. Time to eat something. How am I doing? I got one trophy, that's good. Need a few more of those. Well, one more technically. So yeah, at some point in my videos I normally talk about what else has been going on. I have not had much time to fly my drone recently, or either of my two drones recently. I still haven't repaired my first drone. I need to get a soldering iron. I also need... Well, the actual camera arrived, but it has a female pin plug on it. Or a female pin plug, a female plug on it, and I need a male plug. So I need to solder the male plug that comes with it onto the board, and I don't have a soldering iron. So I need to get a soldering iron. I want to get a hot glue gun as well, because I have cracked my frame in a few places on both of the drones. Not a big deal, but you want hot glue because hot glue is flexible. Super glue is just not going to do the trick. I don't want to go too high, but I don't want to go too low either. There we go. Got him. Might get another trophy. No, not that lucky. Oh, wait, what was that? No, just raw meat. Damn. Alright. There's a neck around here somewhere too. Can hear him. It's going to be night soon. I might head home, cook up, do my inventory management. But yeah, so with work and stuff, I don't get to fly the drone much, because I get home from work and I sleep and get ready for the next day. That's that kind of job. You don't have time to do anything else, because there's 12-hour shifts, only 12 hours apart. So let's see, anything else interesting been happening? Not really. I haven't done anything amazing in a while. Yeah. So that's basically my big thing, is that I'd like to have more time to fly my drone. I didn't do it today, even though I had a whole day off today. I haven't flown my drone. But I might do it after this. because I'll still have time after this. So yeah, there's a very good chance I will spend the rest of the evening flying my drone. Because it's fun. It's really good. I'm getting better at it. I can fly around the room in stability mode really easily. Like super easily. And I can fly pretty fast. And I've started setting up obstacles like cardboard boxes with both ends open to fly through like a loop. A gate. And that's been fun. That's worked really well. And I can, you know, sort of whip around the room at a good speed and still do that and not crash. And I can fly, you know, a whole battery from start to finish without crashing and fly around some other bits of the house. Normally I'm only flying in one room, but that's because I don't want to hit anyone else in the house if they're coming down the corridor. But occasionally when I know that they are settled in wherever they are, I will then fly, you know, up and down other bits of the house. The transmitter, the video transmitter on my new favorite drone, the Mobula 6, doesn't go very far indoors in a brick house. So that's a bit annoying because I either have to sit in the middle of the house, which I'm not doing. I'm sitting at the back of the house where I'm mostly flying the drone. Yeah, it just doesn't go very far, so I'm going to need a new one eventually, so I might as well build one now. Yeah. If you get too far away, then it ceases to work and you can't see what you're doing because the video signal gets messed up and it's a first-person drone. Yeah, I think it's just random quotes when you sleep. Just stuff. Flavor. So yeah, I need to fix my first... There's a deer, I can see it from here. I need to fix my first drone. Requires soldering, which I haven't done since high school. So a good 20 years. I need the time to fly my new drone, which admittedly I have now, but I haven't taken advantage of just yet. But I will soon. Alright, now if I sit here-ish, eventually those deer will stop panicking. See? That one already has. Oh, they both have. So now I basically wait for them to stop moving and then sort of line them up again, and then I can... See, this one's kind of looking at me, which is what you don't want. Because if they're looking straight at you, if you move, then yeah, they'll spot you. You can get right up on them and stab them, if you're real careful. But it's hard, and you can miss. So, I generally prefer to get within range, and then line up the throw. Like that. Oh dear. This ball wanted to attack me and I was actually out of... Didn't have my spear on me. But that's alright, we solved that. Sorted that out quick smart. Did I get another trophy? I did. Excellent. So we can go and take on Eikther. I think we've got enough for pants as well. So we'll head back home, we'll make ourselves some pants, we'll grab the other trophy, and then we'll head over to where Eikther is summoned and fight the first world boss. I think they do need to be on the quick bar, I don't really remember. Yes, so we need to make sure you repair everything. Now, why can't I make pants? Because I have not made a tanning rack, that's why. So I need to work out what I need to make a tanning rack. Lots more leather scraps, apparently. Is it really? Have I made a... I have not. I was going to say, I don't think it's a tanning rack. I think a tanning rack is the next level worth of stuff. I think what I haven't made is a chopping block. So if I... And I normally put these outdoors. So if I instead put a chopping block here... It doesn't appear to have added anything. Did that work? Do I already have a chopping block and I'm just can't see it? No, there it is. Yep. Make some leather pants. Now I'm wearing a rag tunic. So a rag tunic and like why I have good pants. But I've already got a tunic on. It might be a crapper tunic, but I've already got one on. So having, you know, the bad tunic and some reasonable pants is still preferable. Alright. Eikthyr is way down there. That's really far. That's alright. It'll take a little while for us to get there. Off we go. So this is about the minimal level that I would say. Have one piece of leather armor, so some pants is what I would recommend. Maybe the helmet. A decent weapon, so a flint weapon. In my case, I prefer the spear. Some people... I keep saying sphere. Spear. Some people might prefer the knife. I don't know, you could probably do it with a flint axe if you wanted to. I've done it with just the club and no shield. Eiktyr's not that hard once you know his pattern, so you know he's relatively easy to actually take on. Don't be too worried about him. But yeah, have some gear to make the fight go quicker, and so you can, you know, take a few hits if you have to. There's another beehive in there. I want that. Now it's right above the door, so I don't want to go in through the door. I'd rather go in this way. Now, the easiest way to get the beehives is to actually have, oh, there's a chest here too, as a bow and arrow. Now, I don't have one of those yet because, like I said, I normally don't bother building them till later, so I'm going to throw my spear at it and see if this works. Don't know if it will. It did. Oh, I still got poisoned anyway, but, yeah, well, too bad. The idea was to do that without getting poisoned, but you can't win them all. But yeah, as you'll see, I got another queen bee, so I can make another bee nest. Also got some more honey, which is a nice, good food source. And the whole point behind the queen bees. You'll often find these little stands. There'll be a bunch of stones and a bunch of sticks. Branches. You won't always get the branches, actually. Sometimes the branches aren't there. But yeah, if there's the two little lean-tos, there's always the circle of stones in between them. But by this point in the game, you don't need stones anymore. You basically need it to make a hammer and your first axe, and then you never need it again. That I can remember. Oh, no, you do need a lot of them to make a furnace, I think. Hey, mushrooms. Haven't seen mushrooms in a while. Yeah, always good to have a variety of foods because the whole idea is to make up a meal of 3 different things. I don't think all 3 of them can be meat, but 2 of them can be meat. Typical bachelor meal. Vegetables? Who needs vegetables? He said while his teeth fell out of his head because he had scurvy. I don't know if that still happens, but I'm pretty sure there's plenty of blokes out there who live on their own and don't have any idea about proper nutrition and just, you know, do not get enough vegetables. I know I'm going to be one of them. My plan is to move back out and get my own place soon because I'd like to have my own space. And now that I have a steady job, I can do that. But I am worried about how I'm going to go when it comes to nutrition. I'm going to have to keep reminding myself Yeah, see? Difference in height with the damn spear. I'm going to have to keep reminding myself to eat properly. I also want more room to fly my drones. That's another reason why I'm specifically trying to get out and get my own space. I think if I have my own place, it'll be easier to fly the drone because won't have to worry about running into anyone else. And it'll only be my own things that I might possibly break. My own furniture and electrical goods. I don't think, especially the Mobula, it's so light, I don't think there's any way you could break a television with it, but I have run into a big flat screen TV and it did go thump and I was like, oh, no, we're okay. You can have too many torches, so I don't like collecting all of them, it's just not worth it. Didn't even see you there. Alright, time to eat another one of those. It's always good to have your food sorted before you take on Eikthyr. Because the fight goes long enough that you can get hungry, and you don't want to get hungry mid-fight because then you'll run out of stamina and you'll run out of health if you're not careful. So, alright, here's Hugin to tell me some more stuff about this bloke. Make the offering by pressing the button on the quick bar that your trophies were in. You need 2 of them. Deer trophies, Eikthyr will coalesce. There he is. That's why I recommend the shield. You can just walk up to him and sort of hold your shield and he will always attempt to gore you just once, and then he will go through these things where he runs away, comes back, shoots lightning, but whenever he's close to you, if he hasn't tried to gore you in the last few seconds, he will try to gore you once with his gigantic double rack of tusks. So wait for him to try and gore you and then attack him, and otherwise be blocking. All of his attacks can be blocked with the small round shield, even that lightning bolt, but you can save yourself a lot of stamina by dodging. That can also be blocked, but it can also be dodged. Ah, there we go. I forgot he was about to gore me. Of course he was about to gore me. He hadn't gored me in 5 seconds. So yeah. You could sort of force him to do a different attack by walking up to him, and that will force him to do the gore attack instead. Yeah, ran out of stamina there. Also, the game does have a lot of frame drops during this. I mean, I do have everything set to max, but I think it's because there's weather effects and lighting effects, so there's a lot going on. Oh. So you can block that one. So that one's a big area of effect. It's not directional like the lightning bolt. But continuously do this and eventually you will kill Eikthyr and you will get the trophy, which will allow you to use the Eikthyr special power. I don't actually know what it does. And you will also get the Deer God Antlers, which will allow you to... What is he doing? Do something. Which will allow you to mine minerals. And for that you will need to find the Black Forest. I haven't seen Black Forest yet, which is actually a bit problematical, because if it's really far from spawn, that's always annoying, because it's like that's the second tier, and you kind of want it. You don't want to have to go too damn far for it. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know where it is. Alright, now we got to walk all the damn way back. Check out this hut while we're passing. A boar here. Boar trophy, you don't see many of those. Never seen a signpost either. There's nothing on the signpost, it's just a signpost. There's a beehive. So, stand back while the bees freak out, and then they will go away, and then you can go and get your spear and the honey. And apparently another amber, some arrows, and some more whatchamacallits. And we want to get back to the standing stones where the Valkyrie dropped us off. Dropped us into the world of Valheim. And place Eikthar's trophy. There's a very common question on Google in regards to Eikthar's trophy, where people are like, I've got Eikthar's head and I can't place it on the thing. That's because you don't place it on the sacrificial stone. You place it on the hook on the sacrificial stone. If you actually go to the sacrificial stone, there is a tooltip for the sacrificial stone, and if you're careful, you can actually put your cursor over the actual hook on the sacrificial stone, and that's the bit you actually have to put the trophy on. I have made that mistake once when I originally played the game. And then I couldn't work out how to do it and had to Google it. And then recently I was playing this again just to prep for this stream so I could sort of refamiliarize myself with the controls and stuff. And I killed Eikthyr and had the thing and couldn't work out how to put the trophy on the damn sacrificial stone. So I had to Google it again, and it was already in my Google history, even though that was months ago when I last had the problem, but it was still in my Google search history. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Maybe a little more east. Yeah, had to Google how to do it. And it's just a matter of actually selecting the actual thing that the trophy has to go on, as opposed to just the big stone. Ow! Where did you come from? I was looking at your brethren across the river. Didn't see you at all. Nearly there. Alright, so the smallest stone. So each one of these, I guess, is for a world boss. And I haven't even faced the first one, so I have no idea what these other ones are. That one's clearly a dragon, though. Anyway, like I said, sacrificial stone, you can read it, but unless you actually, if I can get it to go away, line up with the actual hook, you can't place Eikthar's trophy. But then once you do, you can then activate Eikthar's power, and down in the bottom left you'll now see Eikthyr ready. So pressing F will activate that power, and I don't know what it does, so yeah, I don't use it. I use it if the fight seems really tough. I don't know what help it's doing, but I assume it's doing something, so I don't know if I need another deer, but I'm going to get one, because I can, because he's not looking. Aim high. Spear in the butt. And then run out of stamina. Kill this greyling. because he's annoying and he was looking at me in a funny way. Mushrooms, always good. I think home is this way. No, home is that way. Yeah, so the bigger shield, I think it blocks better and has more durability, but I mean, you can see how little durability damage I did to the round shield during Eikther's fight. And that's a boss, so it's not really the end of the world. The tower shield is bigger. It slows you down a lot. You actually walk super slowly. Oh, he's running already. Maybe if he wasn't running, I would have been able to catch another deer. Is that one? No, it's the base of a beech tree. Oh, he might stop soon. Yeah, he did. Good. Alright, well, we'll get this deer as well then. Nope, we won't, because he saw me. So yeah, pretty cool game, pretty complex, or complex enough to give you, you know, a sense of accomplishment whenever you achieve something, a new tier of equipment, beat a boss fight, so on and so forth, but not so complex as to be annoying, or require a wiki. Like a lot of games, you really need a wiki. I did need to look up how to get a furnace the first time, because you need Smirtling cores, and they are not, that's not obvious where they come from. Hugin the Crow will actually tell you that you need them, but he won't tell you where to get them, so yeah, you kind of need to sort that out for yourself, the first time at least. Trophies in here, I think. At least for now, just because. Bench. Repair everything. Build our pickaxe, because we're going to need that. Hail, warrior. Yeah, I know. You want to talk to me about the fact that I've now got a pickaxe and I can go to the Black Forest and blah 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 blah. But right now what I really need, even more honey apparently, and to build, bees are sleeping, okay. Build another beehive because I can. Yep, so Black Forest, we're going to have to find Black Forest. Alright, yeah, can put the rest of them away because I don't need them. I've only got 4, so I can't make any more armor just yet. That's all food, so that can stay there. That can stay in my inventory for now until I actually build a bow. I don't have one yet, but I'll get one. Sleep for the night, always better than staying awake. Right, now we can explore and try to find the Black Wood. I'm going to go east. There's never any real indication as to where it is, you just kind of have to guess. Oh yeah, the river's to the east. Alright, well I might follow the river north. See what we can see. These always look like outhouses to me, but there will be a door on one side and probably mushrooms inside it. Yep, Just the one this time. Normally there's 2 or 3, but yeah. Alright, let's see what happens if I follow this north. Maybe we'll find the Black Forest. Maybe not. Nice if we did. There's one Black Forest tree, so it turns into... Oh, here we are. Conifers. And you'll find the next level of grey dwarves. Have to be a bit more careful now, because these guys could kill me. Especially if there's lots of them. Oh, and especially the big blue one. Yeah, this is a lot for my first time walking into Black Forest to immediately have to deal with a great big pack like this. And a level 2 and a level 1. Oh, it's a lot. It really is a lot. So try to kill the little guys off first. It's even worse if you come across the green ones, because the green ones can heal. The grey dwarf shamans, they're the worst. But yeah, otherwise, you know, just try not to die. Whew. Oh. Yeah, if you run out of stamina, they'll smack you right through your shield. Okay, survived that, just barely. I appear to be near some sort of tower, so I don't know what this is about. I'll have to have a look inside and see if there's anything. Might be treasure up there, but I don't know, and it's hard to get up there. Now it looks like there isn't. That's a waste. Ah, that's kind of crap. But yeah, just this little bit here, not... Oh, is Blackwood, and then it stops being Blackwood again almost immediately. So, again, terrain generation, sometimes you get crap like that. But you will start finding new resources. There's blueberries, so that's another kind of food source that you didn't have before. If you're real lucky along the coast, you will find tin deposits. There's one. So we'll grab some tin. And once I pick up a mineral for the first time, Hugin should appear. There he is, Hail Warrior. And he will mention the Smirtling cores, which are hard to find. You need to be in a dungeon. But yeah, one little bit of Blackwood and then it stops being Blackwood again. That's very annoying. Two deposits of tin as well, that's almost nothing. I very much doubt there's going to be any copper. Oh well, so now we need to keep looking, so I think I'm just going to follow the bank and see what we can find. Maybe it becomes Blackwood again sometime soon. But yeah, terrain generation in this game can be great. You can get a nice start and have 3 or 4 biomes right within your initial starting area, and then you can get ones like this where you struggle to find the next biome that you actually need, and when you do, it's 20 meters squared, Not squared, square. 20 meters squared would be like 400 meters, wouldn't it? 400 square meters. But you know, it is what it is. The game doesn't produce like impassable terrain much. There's no stupid like massive ravines stopping you from reaching something else. Here's some more black forest, so alright, we should be alright here. We can start heading into more black forest and see what we can see. It behooves you to be careful. I have low level gear at the moment. It's very easy to die in Black Forest the first few times you enter, until you get better weapons and armor, which you basically have to deal with a dungeon to do. Which means you have to deal with a dungeon with low level gear. Now I could spend time and get some other things, like getting, for example, a cape and a leather helmet and a leather tunic. Will improve my chances in the dungeon by increasing my armor. I can upgrade my weapons and armor as well, which I haven't done yet. That's normally quite worthwhile. So some of that I will probably do, but let's see if I can at least find a copper vein and a dungeon to at least mark their spots. I don't know what thistle is for. I've never found a use for it yet. There's probably a lot of stuff in this game that I haven't actually progressed far enough into the game to see and do. You can find trolls in the Black Forest. They're enormous. I don't think their attacks are blockable. If I remember correctly, the last time I came across a troll, I just got my butt handed to me. Is this your butt? I think this is your butt. Do you want me to give it back to you? Here's your butt. I'm going to hand it to you. So yeah, they're pretty awful. Now you can also do a perfect block, which will stun your opponent, which is really what you're aiming for, but I'm not great at it. That again comes into the sort of combat mechanics that I feel is kind of Souls-like, in that there's a sort of perfect block, a parry block, that works better than the regular block. Now I didn't find either a dungeon or a copper seam yet. I need the dungeon because that's where one finds the Smirtling cores. I need the copper deposit because that's where one finds copper. So this is the copper deposit. So they're quite big, so I will mark this on my map because it'll be hard to find otherwise. Let's say that one, double click to add a map marker. And yeah, I'll keep looking for the dungeon, because the dungeon, without the Smirtling cores, the copper and the tin are pretty much useless anyway. This is a long one. It's just the thing about the Grey Dwarfs. Oh yeah, they fear flame. Hitting them with torches is extremely effective. They run away, and they run for a long time if you hit them with a torch once. They really don't like it. Yeah, so trying to stay within the realm of Black Forest. The area that is deemed the Black Forest biome. Might get a sneak attack on him. Oh, there's a troll. And he knows I'm here, so we need to run. because they will just stomp you into the ground, no worries. I think they'll also throw boulders at you, I don't remember. No, he still knows where I am and he's still coming. I don't know if it's even possible to get far enough away from them that they stop. I think they might just come at you forever. Which is going to be problematic because, you know, I don't want them to follow me home. Might have lost them now, I'm not sure. There's a greyling coming after me, but that's alright, it's only a greyling. So the little one now skirting the edge of this chunk of black forest, still looking for a dungeon. If dungeon there be, doesn't look like there is. Nope, that was definitely bad timing. That was a perfect time block that time. Got him. Here's the troll. Is he still coming? He's still coming. Alright, home is this way. I'm going to head home now and see. If he comes all the way back to my house, I'm going to be very annoyed. But I don't think so. I think I should lose him soon. Currently carrying way too much stuff. Need to dump all of this off. I'm also hungry because apparently I haven't eaten in a while, so bit of that, bit of that, bit of that. Oh, apparently I don't need that. Check the beehives. Honey one, excellent. Fire's gone out, add 1 wood. Put some stuff on. Sort out your inventory. Still not enough, yeah, now I've got a bunch more things that I didn't have before. So, trophies, I decided we'll go there. I don't know whether you need trophies, actually. Yeah, that's food, so we'll just keep it on me for now. Repair everything, of course. Always a good idea. That was weird. Right, and yes, so you can upgrade stuff. You need to upgrade the bench to a certain level, but once you've done that, which you do by actually adding extra things. So when I made the chopping block out here, that is a bench upgrade. And by doing so, I've upgraded my bench a little bit to level 2. And that allows me to upgrade tools to level 2. So, for example, with some flint and some leather scraps, I can upgrade my flint spear a level, and I can upgrade my wood shield a level, or the hammer, or the axe, tunic, leather pants, so on and so forth. So yeah, that is totally worth doing before you go into dungeons as well. I would recommend maybe upgrading your weapon, your shield, and your armor. Definitely have the leather, a full set of leather armor if you can. A full set of leather, so leather helmet, leather tunic, leather pants. The leather cape if you can. You might not be able to find enough bones. But if you have located the dungeon, there might be enough skeletons within the vicinity of the dungeon and within the first 1 or 2 rooms that if you're careful, you could There was a boar here. I can also hear deer, so I'm going to head towards the deer. Oh, there he is. I wonder. Oops. Okay, well, that worked. Wasn't sure it was going to work, but it worked. Yeah, it can be hard to get enough bones to make the leather cape because you need 6 of them to start with, and you get 1 off a skeleton if you're lucky. But yeah, that if you can add that as well, then that will increase your armor further and, you know, increase your survivability, which is what it's all about. And then you can go into those dungeons and try to get those smelting cores and then start smelting metals. Progress to the next tier of armor and weaponry. And then honestly, I don't know where you go after that. I think up into the mountains, snowy mountains, is the next progression in the game. I'm not really sure. I've never been that far. I've been as far as the metals, the first metals. I haven't been past that. I've been to it, not beyond it. I think I couldn't find the mountains, or I could and I couldn't get very far or something. I don't really remember exactly, but yes, the furthest I've been is bronze stuff. So you'll find tin and copper, and I think you can make copper weapons, but if you combine your tin and copper together, you can get bronze, and then you can make bronze stuff, which is better. And yeah, I think I've been that far, and I had a fair bit of bronze stuff. And that's as far as I've gotten into the game. Right, leather helmet. So yeah, the dungeons are things like burial mounds, mines, burial mounds and crypts. They're under the earth. You find ghosts and skeletons in them, quite powerful. I wouldn't recommend going in there without the bow, which is what I was just about to actually look. What do I need to get the bow? I've got the wood, 8 leather scraps. I don't think I've got that yet. Oh, I do. Okay, well that means I could go to the bow. So now we can build a bow. We'll build a couple more arrows just so I've got them in case I do run out, because 13 flint ones is not good enough. You don't need to go overboard. That's over 50 arrows. That should be fine. The flint ones are obviously better, but they're expensive resource-wise, so I tend not to make them this early in the game. Maybe that's something I'm doing wrong. Let me know if you think so. I definitely could use help with this game. I mean, I'm by no means a professional at it. I've barely begun working my way through. I hear deer, and I need 6 more deer, because I want to replace my rag tunic with a leather tunic. There they are. But yeah, so the next step is basically finding a dungeon, which will be in the Blackwoods somewhere, if I can find more Blackwood, because that little small section that I saw had a copper deposit in it, which was nice, but I didn't see a dungeon, and then we got chased by a troll, so we really had to get out of there. Oh, I keep doing that. There's more of them, I can hear them. But yeah, those Smirtling cores. Got to get them. And sometimes it'll be annoying. You'll get a dungeon that will have 5 Smirtling cores in it. You need 6. I think they've actually adjusted that so that the generator, when it generates a dungeon, will always generate 6 these days, but I'm not sure. I might be imagining that. It would be nice. I was going to run out of stamina, so I needed to pause. Right, aim high, throw the spear. Profit. Alright, it's night, I should sleep. Let's do this during the day. Some people have commented on the way enemies kind of explode and resources explode out of them. This is supposed to be kind of a spirit realm that you're in. You're already dead. It's just that you were a great hero, and Odin's like, well, you know, you could do me a favor and do some extra work for me. I need people to go to Valheim and see what's going on, because apparently the things I banished to Valheim are trying to break out. So yeah, you're already dead, which is why things are a little bit weird. I suppose they still don't need to be explodey, but at the end of the day, there are 2 excuses. 1, it's a game. 2, they're already dead, so it shouldn't work like things work in real life. I am surprised that they don't actually make you make a knife and butcher the creatures. There is a knife in the game. So I am surprised that, like, there's leather scraps and you get them off boars, and then there's the deer hide, which you get off deer, obviously. But I am surprised that you don't just get leather scraps off whatever you harvest until you get a knife, which you need flint to get, because flint's like the very, very first tier. Is going to a river or the bank of a lake and finding your first leather. That is like the first step up from stone tools. I'm very, very surprised the game doesn't actually make leather something you get from boars or deer. Oh, excuse me. By using an actual knife. But, oh well, it doesn't. So, what are you going to do? Alright. 2 meat, 1 honey. Much better. Alright. So that blackwood was up there. There's nothing but water that way. It gets all swampy over there. Let's try down here. I believe this game is actually made as a 4-player multiplayer game, so it would be better with friends. I've said before I don't have friends, which isn't true. I have friends. They tend not to play mostly the same games as I do. We have very little crossover. I've only got one other friend. Well, no, I have 2 other friends that really play games. When it comes to crossover, we just don't have a lot of games that we both play. We both play Anno, but he's really good at it, and I really suck at it. I didn't even see that. I just walked into him. The Greyling, that is. He's like finished it and done it on all the levels and got all the achievements for all the different expansion packs on Anno 1800, the newest one. I haven't even finished the base game. That's how bad at Anno I am by comparison. I probably could, but I was already starting to struggle when I got up to some of the higher tiers of population. We do both play a lot of Team Fortress. I haven't played in a while, but we used to both play a ton of Team Fortress. There's some other things. I told him he would like Red Dead Redemption, and he did. And he finished it and got all the achievements, something that I didn't do. in many ways, he's a better gamer than me. And then I've got another friend who's also like me, never finishes anything. He plays most games. He gets really addicted to some games and plays them forever. Like Minecraft, for example. He's played the hell out of Minecraft on a server that he really likes. You know, he's got everything and tons of everything. And then there's like other games where he will install them and play them for 5 minutes, and then that's it. He'll never play that game again. He's really happy he owns it because he likes to collect things, but he will never really play the game. And then another thing that I'm not a huge fan of is things like Skyrim or Fallout. So he will play those games, but he will play them modded to the teeth. Like, you know, 30, 40 mods before he's ever played the game. So I will, you know, play a game, maybe finish it, or at least play it for, you know, put 80 hours into it or something, and then I will go and look at mods. You know, even if I don't finish it. He will put tons of mods on something before he's ever played the game. So he's never actually seen what the base game looks like. I find that really weird. But anyway, if you do that, I know other people like you. I just find it really strange. Like, you've never played the game. Why are you putting mods on it already? I don't do much in the way of mods either. I tend to put things on Skyrim that makes it look better. So, you know, there's the 4K texture pack, and then there's enhanced 4K texture packs made by fans that are actually better. There's stuff that makes the armor look better and more heroic. Things like that. Those are the main kinds of mods that I put on. I don't normally put on things that actually mod the actual game mechanics. So I don't want to add lightsabers to Skyrim, because there shouldn't be lightsabers in Skyrim. Well, that did not work like I had hoped, and now I don't know where my sword is. Whew, didn't get attacked. Alright, let's see, is this one of those ones where you just can't? Nope. Can definitely destroy the beehive from outside. Cool. Get my queen bee. Some free honey. Can't get the arrows back. It'd be nice if you could get the arrows back. Alright. Not really seeing any black forest around the place. Just keep searching, I guess. I'm now also starting to reach the point where I've got too much food in my inventory. I'm carrying several different kinds of food, and I can't get through all the kinds of food I've got quickly enough to warrant having all the others, so I will start storing some of the excess kinds of food soon, because I just don't need this many kinds of food. But yeah, at first it's good to keep it all on you, because you won't have too much in the way of spares of any kind, so you might run out of one kind of food and need to move on to another to maintain your triplicate meal of 3 things. Alright, here's some black forest. And here's a dungeon. And there's grey dwarves fighting skeletons, more than likely. Yep, I just got some free bone fragments, so... Ow. Stand still. Alright. A couple of free bone fragments, not enough. I think I have a total of like 3 or 4 now. Maybe more. I've got 3 there, and I think I've got 1 at home, so we'll call that maybe 5. Alright, so I'll mark this on the map with, let's say, that symbol. Dungeon. And yeah, this will be where I'll have to go to get Smertling cores. So I might go in and have a bit of a look and see if maybe the burial... okay, it's a burial chamber. Sometimes even this first chamber isn't safe. Yep, in this case it's not, because there's a skeleton right there. Come on. Alright, he's stuck, which is always nice. Because it means I can do this to kill him. Ow. Yeah, and you do kind of want a torch down here, but at the same time you also kind of don't. Because creeping around can be beneficial down here, but yeah, you can can't see anything if you only creep around, so and I'm not aware of all the noises, so I don't know whether... I think that's a ghost, but I'm not sure. I really don't know. Alright, I'm running low on food, so I'll eat one of those, and I'm going to have to replace that with a berry or something, so... Yep. No, it's a skeleton. So yep, that's the ideal situation, is to perfect block him, and then you can get some crits off nice and quick. That should be enough bone fragments for me to make a leather cape. Passage goes nowhere. Oh, there's another skeleton. I can't actually see him. And he hasn't seen me. But yeah, that's going to do for now. I'm going to return home, and from here we will probably spend some time trying to get enough leather together to make both the cape and, like I said, the tunic, because I need the tunic as well. Alright, so I should be able to get at least one of these 2 deer. Something's making a yelling noise, which means something's coming to kill me as well. Oh, there he is. Come on, have a swing. Oh, that was terrible. Didn't even block, let alone perfect block. Right, home is northwest. So yes, I seem to have collected a few things. I know where there is more black forest. I know where there is a dungeon in said black forest, which is good because that is... Oh. Sweet. Because there might be enough Smertling cores in there. I suppose I don't know, but we'll find out eventually. But yes, home now to see about... I've got some more leather. I've got some more leather scraps I can do some other things with. Need to make some improvements to my weapons, my armor, my shield. And then we can go and try and take on a dungeon. and see how many times I die trying to get all the Smertling cores. Probably a lot. It's normally a lot. Don't see me, don't see me. Stand still. Phew. Wasn't sure that one was going to work. This honey doesn't seem to last long as a food. Little John and Robin running through the forest. Oh, I completely screwed it up. Little John and Robin running through the forest. Hoot nanny, jolly, what a day. I believe that's another Disney movie that they no longer play. I don't know what was so bad about that one, but... Is it the poor church mice and how they're treated? I don't think so. That doesn't make sense. Pretty sure there's some class divide stuff in there that's just not appropriate for 2021. I don't actually know. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, that you don't see that one anymore either. That was good, that Robin Hood. I used to really enjoy that. Oh yeah, berries aren't bad. Not great, not bad. Whew. And home. Should have a crap load of meat to cook and a lot of stuff to store. Oh yeah, definitely got enough for a tunic. Oh, I probably had enough for the damn cape. That's only 4 and 5. I definitely have the 5. Well, could get the 4 together pretty quick as well. I can go there, sort out the cooked meat before it accidentally turns to charcoal. Now I've got too much of that, so I'm going to have to start storing food in boxes, which is weird and rare. That's everything in this box, yes. Put that on, which means I can now throw this one away. Because like I said, there is no recycle. And it takes forever for things to actually disappear if you throw them on the ground. So I try to put them somewhere far enough away. The bees are happy. The bees give honey, which is great. Because the more of that, the better. In fact, I can make another one. I hadn't realized that until just now. Let's drop this off, this off. Alright, I've got too much food, so... honey's good. Mushrooms are good. Let's keep those 4 for now, and we'll put everything else away. Don't have any cookable items. Good. Can add another hive. Oops. This side of the house. I think one more leather for a deer hide cape. No, two more deer hides for a deer hide cape. But that can be something to do in the next stream, because it's been about 2 hours. I've got a decent start. You can't say I haven't gotten going. We've got our basics of a house. We've killed Eikther. We know where to find copper. We know where to find a dungeon that will hopefully lead to the Smirtling cause. So that's going to be pretty good. It's a good, reasonable stopping point. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, really helps out. Hit that subscribe button, makes it nice and easy to find all my content all in one place. If you didn't like the video, do hit the dislike button. That's what it's there for. Believe it or not, that is also pretty much as good for my video being shown to other people, because if there is dislikes, that means someone actually felt strongly enough about something to actually hit the dislike button. So if you feel strongly enough that this video is really bad, hit the dislike button. That's what it's there for. If you do, though, I would appreciate it if you could leave me a comment. Let me know what it was about the video you didn't like, because it's not like I'm going for dislikes here. I'm going for likes if I can. I like to make content that other people enjoy. And if you didn't enjoy the content, let me know why. Maybe I can do something about it. Maybe it's just not for you. That's fine. Hit the dislike button. Also hit that notification bell, because it is random. When I go online, I have work that I have to work around, and sometimes I just won't play anything that I want to stream. Sometimes I will play things I want to stream and not stream it, and sometimes I will stream at odd hours. So hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when I'm going to do a stream. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.